Hey guys, I just wanted to touch bases with you and just share with you the crafts that I've been making to go into junk journals when I eventually get to putting one together. I did one in the past, I didn't film any of it when I was in Georgia. I made it for a girlfriend and I just love doing it. And I just wanted to show you some of the stuff I've been doing while we've been here in staying at my mother-in-law's. She let me set up a little craft area in her basement, and so anytime I can come down here, I I do to craft, and I'm actually down here quite a bit. So just love to junk journal, or just love to craft and just play around, just making tags and things to add to the pages when I eventually get to it. But I just wanted to show you guys just what I've been doing with my spare time. I made this cover. It'll eventually be a book, probably for myself, because I wasn't too happy the way it came out. And then these will be pages eventually when I turn it into a book. But I just glued, I took apart some doilies and all kinds of fabric and ribbon and just kind of collaged it on a piece of cardboard. And then I sewed it on there. Well, glued it, then sewed it, and then I put this piece of lace over the cover. Just, I don't know, just to hold some of the things in place, but they were sewed on there. But just, I don't know, just to tone down some of the brightness of the colors. It was pretty without it, but I wanted to put the lace over the top because I saw someone doing it and I thought it looked really pretty on their book. So of course that's where I got my inspiration from. So eventually this will be turned into a junk journal. And did I mention that I tried filming this like this is my third time. I just didn't like the way the others turned out, and I deleted it. So I just decided I'll give it one more try. So if this one doesn't work out, then I'm not I'm not gonna do it no more. But these roses are from napkins that I purchased from a company called 80 Acre Market. And I just thought it was very vintage looking and really pretty. So I decided to order them and, craft with them. I just loved them. Here's a little, I'll make this into a pocket. But yeah, I used the same napkin again, and this is just a little, an envelope that I glued the napkin on because it was so pretty. So you'll see other things that I used the napkin on. I like making envelopes. I've made quite a few of those, and I make a lot of tags. I love making tags because they're easy and they're fun. Here are some more envelopes I made out of an old map, or probably not that old, but I got it at the Goodwill, a big old map. So I was thrilled when I got it. So envelopes, you'll see a lot of envelopes because I like making those too. So tags, and more tags, and just collaging a stamp, silicone stamp I bought. That kind of looks Christmassy, so it'll go probably into my Christmas stash. And then there's that same napkin again, and that's just glued onto cardboard. And just some collaging I did. And then that'll go into a page, and of course, writing space. They can write on that. And I did these tags here. I got my inspiration from, oh gosh, what is her name? Agostoni, what is her name? Oh, I can't remember. I will put it down in the description, the channels that I watch to get my inspiration from. Yeah, well, I got to glue that down. That happens sometimes. Things just come apart. Little looks like a little note card. I got this idea from Big Mama Sandy Moore. Go check out her junk journals, and the stuff she makes are just gorgeous. But I met her through a group, and I met her online. I didn't meet her in person. So she made some of these, and that's where I got my inspiration from. And her books are just gorgeous. Her work is gorgeous. Makes mine look like poop. And then here's some writing space. You can write on the back of that. So what is that lady? Gail Agostoni, I think is her name. And she makes beautiful stuff. And then Artie Mays, I watch her channel, and she's the one that gave me the inspiration for that book cover. But her work also is just gorgeous. Just little things I made. Oh, I didn't make that, but I did that little tag there. Let's see, any other tag? And then this is just out of an old book jacket, and then just paper they can write on. I hope my phone doesn't fall over. I've got you rigged on my lap. And in the other two videos, my mother-in-law just got here. So in my other two videos, my phone fell over, and you can kind of see me upside down, and I wasn't really thrilled with that. You know, no makeup, and just didn't like what you guys would have seen or saw, so I deleted those videos. And then a hidden journaling card, and I made that little stamp out of scratch. And I mean, like this gold thing is just off of packaging. I just thought it was pretty, so I glued it on there. And I was meaning to use it somewhere else and leave it open so you can, you know, tuck a picture in there. And I didn't do it. I forgot. A little bag. I got this little bag at Dollar General, I believe. They're really cute. And it was really inexpensive. You got a bunch of them, like 20 bags for like $1 something. So, and they're just cute. A collage card I'll stick on something. I'm sure you guys have seen these in the mail before, but I thought I would make a little note card, a little notebook that people, you can, they'll go in a journal. You can write notes on there, and I put ribbon just to make it look nicer. And then I was playing with trying to emboss. So there's and this is from a silicone stamp. I just laid the paper on there and, you know, got like a wet towel and laid it on top and try to emboss the image in there on that. These came out really nice. I bought a little pewter plate that has a little tray, and it has this image, and these this is just probably your standard computer paper. And I mean, this is so thin, that's why it embossed really nice. But the first one, I like stuck it under water and it just turned to pulp because it was so thin. Yeah, it just was not good to, well, it's good to emboss with, but yeah, you got it too wet, it just fell apart. And then just, I love that image, and I tried to emboss a bird on there. It didn't come out too good. I might cut it off. Maybe I will. I don't know. And then this little hidden journal card, some coffee stain paper I made. Another hidden, I don't know what they're called, hidden journaling cards, I guess. And then Dear Julie taught me how to make these, an accordion style pocket, and then these little pockets, and you can write little notes on there, or write, special date or something. And then this will be a belly band. You'll be able to, I'll glue this like onto a page, and then you can tuck something, or I'll tuck something in there, in behind there, and then in here I'll tuck something in there. And then I made this, and a lot of the stuff that goes into a junk journal is junk. So this here is off the top of a Kleenex box, and then I put some plastic clear paper on there, and I got a new sewing machine, one that doesn't jam up on me every time I try to sew something, and was playing around with it and sewed. I wanted to sew this image in there, so I sewed that. And then on the back, I was when I was trying to learn to emboss. But this cardstock paper was so thick. I mean, that I could lay in water and it would hardly absorb any water. It was just really hard to emboss with. So, I mean, I barely got an image on there. Let's see, and like this was off of a card. I just loved it. So I cut it into the shape of a giant tag, and then, that doesn't go on there. And then, you can journal right on there. It'll be tucked in somewhere. And then little piece of stationery paper my mother-in-law gave me. She gave me a stack of different ones, the kind you get in the mail. So then I cut it out with scallop scissors, and then put what is that paper called? Like parchment paper, I think. And then I made this little thing there and glued it on there. Oh, here's some more of those pretty tags. They came out so pretty. That lace is off of a bra, a brassiere. And then that image there, I did use gold leafing on there. And then this little tag. Here's another envelope I made. This is probably one of the first ones, why it didn't turn out so great. It's called a hidden paper clip, and you just use it to hold papers together in a junk journal. You stick them on there with that. I have a stash somewhere. I hope I come across them. And then a pocket off of one of Dear Julie's digitals. You'll see her Christmas papers. They're beautiful. And then just little tags that I will put on different pages. These tags, I used silver ink to stamp those images. And these black cards, I got them or labels, I think like at Family Dollar or Dollar General. And so as I was saying before, a lot of the stuff that goes into a junk journal is, you know, just junk. These are just envelopes. And I glued paper on, but I just love the window, the look of the window with an image in it. They just look so pretty. And I will collage paper around, collage different things around this paper. I was playing with different inks and stains, so it looks really muddy. I don't like that, so I'll do something with that. And another tag, and it's got 2 pockets in it, so you can put something else in there, or you know, you can journal on the back of the papers there, and they will go into onto a page. And then this was a card, and I cut it into that shape because I don't have any of those cute what are those paper punches that can cut images. And so a lot of the tags you see, I've cut them myself. I've made me some templates so that it would be easier to do. And here again, I was playing with my sewing machine and sewing some papers together that I will use. I'll collage on there, or you know, use them for something, or leave them blank. They can write on the backs of those. Let's see, what else do I have here? Sorry, you guys are about to fall over again. I don't want you to see my face. Let's see, and then I made these little cards, an inspiration. It was a challenge Dear Julie had us make. So I made these little cards, and you can write on the backs of those. So those will go into a junk journal. And this I made a tag out of some sewing stuff. Seems great. And this is what the stuff is that it was packaged in. So I love the old looking card, so I made a tag out of it and put this paper on there, because this came in a roll and it was right here, so when I pulled it out of the packaging, it pulled the paper off. So I glued this paper on there and stamped that little bear. That was from Dear Julie also. And then I made a pocket in the back. So and the directions are here how to use that stuff. So if you ever come across any, there's your directions. But yeah, that was fun. I like that tag. And here's another tag. Looks like it should go that way, and I maybe should have made it that way, but I wanted to do it a little bit different, so I made it to go this way. Kind of reminds me of a grandma's window in her kitchen, like in an old farmhouse. And then this little see-through card. It has a poem, and it was in some packaging, and I put that clear, I think it's, I don't know if it's rosemary or lavender. So I just thought it was cute. So it'll go into one of the pages in a junk journal. And then here are a lot of Julie's digitals I made. Here's a big envelope I made. And then I made a bunch of tags, and I made these when I was in Georgia, and this was when I was first getting into the junk journaling, and so I was making a lot of these tags, and I made those out of like Pepsi carton bottle. So what you do is you download her her digitals off of Etsy. And then my sister printed these out for me. And, but you can send them to like Office Depot or, Staples, and they will print them out for you. So you can see it's just cardboard. So that's what I did. And I may turn these into ornaments. Put lace and put some old jewelry on there and make them really pretty. There's a big one. I just love these giant ones. They're so pretty and fun. So I just glued them onto cardboard, and then I used my Distress Oxide ink in Vintage Photo and grunged it up, made it look old. And here's some more images. They're just beautiful, her images that she has. I just loved them. And I have some other stuff of hers, images that I haven't got to them yet. But I joined her Patreon group. I joined to get those Christmas images, and then I ended up getting on her lives. She has a live every day, California time at 10:30. So it's at 1:30 my time, and she does a live. Sometimes she's on there live. Sometimes she does a premiere show where it's pre-recorded, and but the chat on there is live. So I met a lot of ladies that love to craft. Big Mama Sandy Moore, that's how I met her. She's a sweetheart. Let's see what else. I don't have the gift of gab. I see some ladies just they can talk and never run out of things to say. And I admire that in them, because I definitely don't have the gift of gab. And here's something else. I wanted to turn this into like a basket. I wove that out of just paper I was going to throw away. In fact, I did. I threw away a lot of it. And I thought, I think in first grade they taught us how to do that. So I wove it, and I thought, I'm going to try to make it look like a basket. And then I'll glue it onto a page and maybe have some flowers coming out of the top of that or something. Let's see, what else do I have over here? Oh, another envelope. This is one of those, I think it's called origami, where it's paper, it's all folded. Only I glued it down so it doesn't come apart. And but you can use this, of course, as a pocket. You can stick something in the back there and something in the front here. But before I glued it down, you were able to take it apart, and it would be like a big sheet of paper. And then here's another envelope that I used. Let me see if I can set you guys back up without knocking you over. So I'll use that somewhere. But I just love the natural look of these cards and envelope with the images on there. Oh, here are my hidden paper clips. And I need to make some more. I love that. The key with the rose. So they're pretty easy to make. I'm not going to try to explain it to you because I'm not real good at doing that. So, and then this is a big hidden paper clips in the back, hidden underneath the paper. I love those lemons. It was pretty. This I made out of a cardboard flap that came off of a carton. So I glued paper on there and put those images on. And here's that stuff from that. Seems right. And I sewed the buttons on by hand. I don't have that little fancy crocodile gadget tool that allows you to put all those cool little grommets and stuff on. I'll get one eventually. But it's just a trifold I made, and it's got the pockets, so you can stash a note, a couple little cards you can write on, a little card with a scripture on it. And these are Julie's digitals also. They're just gorgeous. The birds, I love the birds. And then that's the back. And then you just roll your paper, or roll the this ribbon or whatever you choose to use around that. And you can, I don't know, you can put receipts in there and stuff like that, or what are those? I don't know what coupons I was trying to think of. And then I made this out of junk mail, something that came in the mail. And I mean, it already had these little images on there and on the back. And so I just glued some stuff on there and made some pockets here on the side and here on the top, and just use different things that I love, and pockets up here. These are those things you remember you used to write a letter, send it to your pen pal. So I found those at a thrift store. So they will go into a junk journal. And the layout of this is, when I put it in a book, they will go on different pages. So the only time that really, if I decide they will be next to each other, is if I sew it into the center of a signature, or I can like put other papers in between them, so then these would never be together. They will be separated for life. So anyways, that's just some of the crafts I've been working on. And you can see all my junk there. All the stuff I work with, and papers and ribbons in that basket. But anyways, I just wanted to share some of my crafts that I've been working on, and just playing around, waiting. We haven't decided if we're gonna buy or build a house. We went to look at an old farmhouse, and I just loved it. It's just really cute, but it needs a lot of work, and for the price that they want for it, it's of course, everything is overpriced these days. It's crazy. So being that it's so overpriced, and I'm not saying it's not worth it, I think it's worth it, but I mean, you pay top dollar like that for the house, and then you have to remodel. I mean, it's not turnkey. Typically, something that price is turnkey, but nowadays they're not. And there's not hardly anything on the market where we're at here in West Virginia. And, Mike just doesn't want to put the work. He's getting older. He just doesn't want to do it. He crawled under the house and was not happy with the foundation, and he was like, we could have a lot of problems in the future with the way the foundation was done, not proper. So that will probably be the reason why we don't go forward with buying it. But it just makes me sad because I've always wanted a farmhouse, an old farmhouse. And the main part of that house is 100 years old. It was built in the 30s, I believe. And then they added and kept adding to the house. So the inside is very chopped up. It's just what was the living room before on the original house, is now like a bedroom, but it's got a front door. It's just odd, and the whole house is kind of like that. And it doesn't have that grandma old farmhouse appeal to it, but the outside does, and the outside is just adorable. I loved it. I mean, it's got a big yard and a barn, and the trees have been there for a long time, the plants, the flowers, so it would be nice not having to start from scratch, just maintaining that. But I'm sure it's going to be a big no on going forward with it. So, and someone will snag it up. Someone that has the cash, they will pay cash and put the money into it. And to me, it would have been worth it, even with the foundation, like it is. But Mike just didn't want to deal with it. So, anyways, we'll just have to maybe go with our first plan. There's a house that we're going to buy, that's what the plan was. We were going to buy it, but it's not going to be available till next summer. So in the meantime, we will live with my mother-in-law, or we were going to build a house on the property we just bought. But we are going to put an RV pad on there and put the camper there, and wait for the other house to come available. But even then, that house is going to need to be remodeled on the inside. It's just a little house. It's behind the house Mike grew up on, and the road is, it was named after Mike's family. So we would live on Brook Street. And but the house is, still 80s, 70s, 80s, style. So it's going to need to be remodeled. Kitchen made bigger, and the living room. So we'd still have to do that. Or just suck it up and pay the prices, that it's going to cost to build a house, and just build something new. So at least we'll know what's in it, and not know, whether the foundation's not done right, or is there even insulation in the walls, because back in those days, they didn't, would they use newspaper or something? So, Mike was worried about that. But anyways, I'll keep you guys updated. Oh, I wanted to share this little flower that Pam at the Paper Outpost posted a video on how to make these, and they're really cute. So I'm going to make a bunch of these, put on some pages. But anyways, that's the latest update. So I'll let you guys go, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.